is one of my favorite places in the world. We're just to give you an overview about Crypto Mondays. Crypto Mondays is the oldest and largest crypto meetup in the world. We operate in 34 cities around the world. We've been in over 70 cities. Down in New York City. All right, we had a group in Malta that was getting ready. Have drinks. So I'm going to ask if people can come in and join us because we're going to have a panel. We have some really amazing people in this panel. All right. So, all right. I'll come back and put some people around so we can hear. Right. All right. We're getting ready to start here. We're getting ready to start. Please come in. Please come in. All right. We're getting ready to start.
That's one of the
So yeah, please join us. We have some experts here. I have. All right. Great to see everybody. Excited. First. Hi. Hi. Nice to see you. Great to see you. Great. Great. I'm just going to start this.
You got 20 teams. Well, yeah.
The transitions that we're making right now, it's very exciting, not only in the gaming world, but also across industries. So we have first panels will be experts that are going to talk about their products are changing the world, and also they'll be open for questions about how to Web3 the products. All right. All right. All right. So I have Sandi Bitenc and Pawel Laskarzewski. Yeah. All right. So by the way, if you're in any city around the world and you want to go to an event based on crypto, NFTs, anything like that, just look for Crypto Mondays and you'll probably find it. All right. Let's get this panel started. All right. We're on streaming and we have people from around the world. So guys, first of all, I want to hear about what you're doing in the space, where you came from, why you came to the space of crypto, Web3, what you're all about. So tell us about yourself and what you're passionate about in your product.
Okay, so I started 50 years ago as a aerospace engineer, and I have a question for our crowd. Who was flying Boeing planes? Hands up, guys.
As a pilot?
So you were flying with the planes that you were flying here. I was the engineer that was behind the project of Boeing 777 and 777, so I was working on those. And that's how I started. After 5 years working for those guys, I decided to stop building website for myself and to build for themselves, for them, and to start building website for myself. And that's how I started with startups and Web3. And that's how I moved like a couple of years ago to Web3. And this is what I do right now. I'm building the web companies. I'm trying to change the space from NFTs to DeFi and ending on the financial ecosystems worldwide, and that's it. Those are
You really kept it short. I don't know if I can do that. So my name is Sandi Bitenc. I was recently renamed to because everyone says Bitenc, so I was renamed to Dr. Bite. But I'm in the crypto space since 2018. I came to the crypto space through gaming actually, because before I was a casino manager, but I was always an entrepreneur. So I like to say I never had a decent job in my life. Always worked for myself. I taught myself. I'm a full stack developer, so I know that to myself. So I did a lot of development work also. And when I just came into crypto space, when I read the Bitcoin white paper, I was just amazed, and I said, "This is going to change the world." And I started exploring the space a lot. Been investing in the space since then, and also building my own project since 2 years actually. There it's out for a year publicly, and it's called Clear, and we are a mix of traditional telecom and blockchain. We're currently operational in Africa. We really try hard to connect the unconnected so that we can fulfill on the promise of Bitcoin to actually bank the unbanked. You cannot bank the unbanked if you don't connect it. Majority of them have. So yeah, that's a bit about me.
Well, you kept it short too, right? All right. Let's hear it from the speakers for keeping it short. I'm not talking about this stuff. Amazing. Amazing work too. And I know I met Pawel in Warsaw, where we had the kickoff of CryptoMondays a couple months ago with full house, 250 people, and it looks like we got a pretty full house tonight. So thanks for everybody to be in here as well. And it looks like both of you have been committed and passionate about this for some time, and you just jumped into it, both from a background, a technical background. When you talk about the unbanked and giving them the opportunity to get into cryptocurrency, tell us more about how you intend to do that, about what free air is. And if you guys don't mind, can I just make a request? Could you take a few photos, because I forgot the photographer's flight was delayed, so she's going to come a little bit later. And so a couple of people that we would really appreciate it. But tell us about how free air, particularly and speed, can change the world. Because especially in Africa and in the developing world, because this is a very interesting topic.
Yeah, so I figure, that blockchain and crypto will bank the unbanked. And I was always, did you ever walk in rural areas in Africa? It's impossible to use blockchain there. So there are two main issues that I see in banking the unbanked currently. So there is a huge overlap. There's around 50% overlap of people that don't have internet and don't have bank accounts. And then again, there's a kind of a paradox. So how do we actually onboard somebody to crypto if they don't have a bank account? And if they have a bank account, they need to have a bank account or a credit card to actually buy cryptocurrencies. And if they have that, they're already banked. So what's the point? So you need to be able to take in cash, transform it into crypto, and then you can kind of bank them in a sense, and also give them the internet connectivity. So what we have is we developed our own technology based on microwaves, where we can deliver broadband internet with speeds up to 1 gigabit per second on distances of up to 50 kilometers. So we set up towers And we have a range of kilometers around our towers where we can connect people to true broadband. And this is what we are currently doing in Sierra Leone. There are around 10,000 people that are using our services at this moment in time. And on the other side, the thing that I mentioned that we need to take in cash is so we do have offices wherever we go where we deploy our infrastructure, so we can take in cash there. But we're also there is quite a big thing going on right now in Africa. Not a lot of people know about it, and it's a cash to crypto peer network. So there are people that are vouched for. They'll take your cash, give you crypto, and they'll take your crypto, give you cash. And there's a network over there, and there's one project that's doing it, and we'll be the one. We already have a partnership with them. We probably the first one will be integrated.
Okay, very interesting. So you're talking about bringing up or onboarding people into the crypto space, into alternative currency, getting them financial freedom in a way and access to finance that they never could have before. Also, through that, you're giving them access to broadband internet wirelessly. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty amazing. I mean, crypto and wireless at the same time. I think it's pretty awesome what you guys are doing. Now, we could talk about Africa all day and talk about people that don't have resources or people that are doing their cash to crypto transfers, which is a mass market and it's a growing market and there's a lot of need. What about companies? What do companies benefit from Web3? And then also for Web3 companies out there, are there any founders out here? Web3 companies, crypto companies, NFT companies? Right, founders are right there. Let's plug on. Now, onboarding to Web3, do that, especially when people don't even know what NFTs stands for or what crypto stands for. Tell us how to onboard companies, more companies on Web3.
So the biggest challenge these days is that most of the companies that are trying to put themselves into the Web3 space is that they are carefully considering if they want to be awarded Web3. Why? Because by entering Web3 space, they are approaching less than 5% of the current user base. That's the problem. They are removing from the equation the remaining 99.5% of the users, which is basically removing a huge part of the liquidity, huge part of the potential income, huge part of the potential people that would like to use our business solutions, our services, etc. It's like penalizing those people who are not exactly now in the space. And that's a problem. And I think the solution for this problem is to not being so like Web3 only people, Web3 only solutions, because that is making those people that probably would like to use those services, those products, on board them within our place, within our solution. And a very good example of this is Starbucks. Starbucks is going to create their own side chain on Polygon to provide a solution worldwide to every Starbucks customer anywhere in the world without need of having a Metamask and any other wallet. They are onboarding users from Web2 to Web3, but everything that is connected to that is going to be on the blockchain. So the thing is that, and there are a very good state of the art right now the place where we are right now is very similar. Like a lot of overvalued businesses, a lot of more better or worse business models, a lot of companies that are not producing anything, and they are just adding blockchain to the name just to get a bandwidth. The same thing happened in 2000 during the dot-com bubble, and we are in a very similar situation right now. So the thing is to start finding ways and tools and solutions that will allow us to move out from where the Web1 was going to the gate to allow e-commerce to grow, for example, from the thing that was not very well known in 2000 to the thing that is right now providing hundreds of millions of jobs worldwide. And one tool that was needed to do so was online payments. So the same things are required and needed in here. So till then, we need to optimize these businesses. We need to optimize the way how we onboard retail customers to our businesses. And one of the ways how we can simplify that, and one of the ways that we can use to optimize those business models are, for example, custody solutions or a given period of time before we will have this transition period ended from Web 2 Web 3, the same thing as we had from Web 1 to Web 2. So yeah, so that's I think for now is a right way to do to build a much wider audience for ourselves, to build much wider user base, and to not circling around the same faces and the same people all the time, but to get that fresh blood for this team here right now.
I do agree, and also we set out to create some custodial services. And with Fear, we do think that onboarding new users kind of needs that. I think that's a no word right now, custodial at this moment in time, right? What happened currently, it's like nobody wants to, if they're in the purpose space, want to hear the word custodial. But I do think still, it's needed. There are also some other things that are possible to do, and with the custodial wallets or the non-custodial wallets, the problem is that people just don't know what a seed phrase is. And I had the same experience when I first came in. I created my Bitcoin wallet, and I saw those 12 words there, and I was like, okay, yeah, it's like something like a buffer. I'll probably get it back up. I just, I didn't write it down. I just ignored it, and then of course my transfer wallet was lost. And I'm pretty sure, and I do consider myself. Maybe too much, right? I was like, okay, I can retrieve my password after. So that's a bit of a problem. But there are like
Look at burning the trash dump on the mirror. I'm joking.
that was not me.
You're so
But
joking.
I did lose it. Whatever. Right? It happens. I made a deflation. Yeah. You should take it. What I wanted to say is that there are also other options with wallets with something like social recovery, and I think that's something the way to go. I really like how the space is going into DAOs and so on, and how things can be governed by a lot of people, and then in the end, it's like, it's not governed by one single person. And social recovery, I think this is the way to go, actually. If we can really get the social recovery easy enough, then nobody needs to remember their own passwords and their own seed phrases. It'll just be split up and hash and just transfer to people that you actually select and trust. You'll be able to achieve it. So I do think this is something that's worth exploring and as will help important in businesses.
So, for things to add to what you so these are the things that we need right now. So, in my opinion, the next 2 runs are going to be focused. Yeah, because we need those things. But another thing is, I just remind that's what in my mind is another way to optimize our businesses is to implement blockchain in a way that our users even don't know that they are using blockchain. So I will ask you a question. Who from this crowd in this room is using Visa card? Who have Visa card? Hands up. Yeah, thanks. So each and every one of you who is using Visa card since 2019 are using blockchain every time you are paying using your Visa card. Because since 2019, Visa do settlements under the hood is using USDC or Ethereum. So this is what our adoption is all about. None of the users worldwide that are using the Visa card knows that they are using blockchain under the hood. That's how adoption should be implemented in the future. Users don't need to know that the NFTs they are using are NFTs. Users don't need to know that the wallet is a wallet, a crypto wallet. So, for example, I would be surprised if in 5 years my wallet, my iPhone, the crypto wallet with security hardware feature based on my Face ID without the need of remembering my private keys. Because I just have my Face ID or my Touch ID on my iPhone, that's it, that's that. And I have all my digital assets on my phone secure on blockchain.
All right, fantastic. So it looks like the two ways to move to Web 2 to Web 3 from just a summary of what you guys have said is basically making it effortless or easy where people don't even notice it. Like, go Google or an Apple just makes changes and people just do it. And then also making it safe to where, hey, people don't lose their money or they don't have a chance of losing it, sort of like the bank. But that's obviously both of those things have challenges at the moment, but we're moving towards it. I'm going to turn it over. I know there's people saying, hey, I really want to ask these guys a question. And so I'm going to take it away to the audience and allow, if anybody has a question for Sandi or Pawel. Does anybody have a question? Okay, there's one in the back. I'm just going to go Go ahead, Nate.
Yeah, so apparently Visa is using crypto at the underlying. Why is this the first I'm hearing about it? And two, what does it actually do?
So apparently Visa's using crypto on the other line. One, why is he just hearing about it? And two, what are they actually doing?
So probably you were not hearing about this because they were not published a lot of PR stuff around this. But if you will put over the net Visa, crypto, Ethereum, USDC settlements, you will find all the materials from 2019 when they introduced that. What they are doing. So if you are paying in the bar, in this bar with your Visa card, under the hood, the bar is not receiving the capital. They are going to receive this capital after the process called settlement. Settlement means the site settle amount of capital they owe to each other.
Yeah.
So this settlement, because of the current solutions that have been implemented years ago on the traditional financial space, like, and the first glass has been broken. Yay! Cool. There is no arguing about glass is broken, so that's fine. So that means that it's a good party. So the settlement process, and they need to settle who owes who which amount of capital. And because of the current financial space and how the transfers are made, like through speed, sometimes through speed, the transfer can be done in like 5 days. You can wait 5 days for money transfer.
I know how it works. Don't worry.
Yeah, but on blockchain, transfers are made within seconds.
Yeah.
So that's why they are optimizing that to settle capital between sites much faster and cheaper because you are not paying fees for the banks, intermediate banks that are getting a percentage of the capital that you are transferring to them. So that's why they are using.
On every Visa transaction, you're telling me that's happening?
No, because of the gas fees on the blockchain right now. They are interested in settling real-time settlements of each and every transaction. I had this discussion last week with the blockchain department of Visa. They want to introduce instant settlements for each and every transaction that we are doing instantly when the sharding on Ethereum is going to be introduced, because that will make much lower gas fees on the blockchain, so they can afford to do instant settlement for each and every transaction made by the card. That's when they are going to introduce this for much greater audience. Right now, it's for batch transfers.
Hey, amazing. Great question. Great question. One more question. Maybe one for Sandi.
Hi.
I mean, we're talking about system here that will literally onboard millions and millions of people to blockchain and give people wireless internet at the same time.
So what blockchain are they planning to use?
Currently, we are cross-chain. We are right now integrated with Finance Smart Chain and OKX chain, and we are currently waiting to integrate with Scale chain. So Scale was our primary chain because it offers zero gas fees for the end user. So we are looking to provide services to countries with really low incomes. So we said like let's find a chain that's secure enough and fast enough and can provide the lowest fees and be on a scale blockchain. So yeah, this is going to be our main chain, but we always were thinking about getting it as easy to people as possible so that they can actually use whatever blockchain they prefer to use. It's hard enough to onboard people to blockchain in a sense, and once they are on one chain, it's really hard to get them on another one, to use bridges, and it's always a security risk. So this is why we natively integrating with other chains.
Fantastic. So it's interoperable with many chains, but you have to start somewhere, and so you're starting on BNB chain, basically.
Yeah, so we started on BNB chain just because of the liquidity that's there. We launched our token there.
I would add one thing because we are working together, we know each other. So also the advantage of BNB chain is that a lot of local investors from the countries of Africa and different Asian countries are based in BNB because of low gas fees. So that's also another advantage on BNB.
All right, we're next to talk about finance and FTX and things like that, so we'll avoid that conversation. But one of the things that they didn't talk about, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much, guys. That's amazing. Thank you very much. Pawel and Sandi, really appreciate that. Also, I think everybody in internet land is really appreciating this. But one thing they didn't talk about is communities. And communities are core to Web3. Whether it's NFTs, I was one of the founding guys of NFT NYC. Is anybody at NFT NYC? Or NFT London? Okay, great. Okay, so and it started out with just 80 people. And then this year we had 16,000 people, 10 locations around New York City. And then they obviously expanded to NFT London with another 4,000 people. So I literally saw this community grow from zero to a huge international global community. Actually, when I was in Malta, building the first ever NFT platform in education, which is going to launch in January 2023. But we have actually, oh, you have a question?
I do actually.
Okay, she has a question. You have one question, and then after that, we're going to bring a couple people up to talk for a few minutes about communities. Building communities, because it's very, very important to Web3 and also your products and your success.
My name is Ronnie. Thank you very much for taking the time to come tonight. Very interesting, a lot of interesting people tonight, but I want to say from a little bit of the outsider, because I don't actually participate in any of this, but I am very, very interested. And for the market like myself, for people who might not know actually a lot, I'm probably looking to engage into this type of market, and how you're looking at it up. So basically, you might not necessarily be in understanding of the industry and the way the world is moving forward. Are you looking to engage in the market? There's just bonuses and there's a lot of why not necessarily understand the technology with all
So how is blockchain and what they going to engage with the youth who want to get involved with? I might not have the technical background or the expertise.
I think that was a bit better for me, right? You mostly work with crypto projects. So and on our side, we're actually starting off totally as a normal telecom. Right? Something that you know. You go there, you want to have internet, so you come to our offices, we'll talk to you, we'll sit down with you, we'll connect you to the internet, and we will start explaining to you what also blockchain actually is, what it brings, what additional value it brings to you. And we're incentivizing our users also. So what we do is we stake some tokens for them. So we actually give them some tokens in the beginning. We stake them and we tell them, look, here it is. You can watch it a bit, and we'll get it when there is value involved, some real, and then they start exploring. And once they're interested, we have the materials ready to actually educate them. And as we talked before, we have custodial solutions, so you don't need to know exactly what you're doing, that you're actually doing it on the blockchain, but you'll actually be doing it on the blockchain. So until you know enough, we're not giving you your private keys so that you cannot lose them and you cannot lose your funds. So you're the ones in charge for it. And so we're trying to get it really step by step, making it as easy as possible. So we see it two ways. One is to really educate people enough that they're ready to work on, with the blockchain and with cryptocurrencies. And on the other side, it's even better if you can make it so simple that everyone understands it. It's the same as happened with the internet in the beginning. In the beginning, nobody really understood it. It was really hard, with all these dial-up modems and everything. And now everyone knows, right? The little kids, everyone. And this is where I think blockchain is going, and it's going to get there faster than the internet did, because there's more value involved.
So, and if people in the blockchain with the first place, there's a thing that I was talking about. We need to remove all the obstacles when we're in space. And one of the ways to remove those obstacles is to provide the solutions where you don't even know that you're using blockchain. Like Starbucks is doing worldwide, they are going to introduce the customer program based on blockchain, where people don't even know that they are using blockchain at the end. So that's one of the things. Another thing is to onboard young people into the blockchain, is to do this through the services they are using on a daily basis. And one of the best ways to onboard those people is, for example, for gaming. Who is a gamer in this room? Who play games? Who have PlayStation? Who have Xbox in their house? Play any kind of game on their some shitty game on their phone with those apps popping around, etc. So with those kind of solutions based on blockchains, which are producing assets that you can sell on the secondary market, is a very easy way to onboard young people, because they feel this. They feel this in their guts, that I'm playing the game and killing those orcs, any other monsters, and getting some kind of asset. I can go to the secondary market and sell this, and I buy new balance shoes for the soul that I had from this orc in the game. That's the thing. That's how we do this, and that's how we are doing it.
All right, amazing. Yeah, that's right. I mean, incentivization is what people want. People want value in their own hands. They don't want third parties to have it, and they don't want third parties to have their data. And so, if you're interested in coming to my keynote on Friday at the AIBC conference at 12:45, I'm going to talk about the power of owning your own assets. And I think that people want freedom, and they also want to get paid. So young people are not just there, they're excited. They want to get paid. Going on. Young people want to be part of communities. And with Crypto Mondays, our average age is about 24. All right. And what I want to talk about now, and I want to say thank you again for you guys coming up here. If you can hang out with us, as stay up here, maybe talk about community as well. But before we go, I want to talk about this community in Malta that's already here. Because Crypto Mondays, we're a global community, 32,000 members in 31 cities around the world. But right here in Malta, there's an amazing community, amazing crypto community. It's called Crypto Hub Malta. And founding organizer, two of the founding organizers are here. I came here and I went to Crypto Hub Malta. I was so impressed with Ferris and all right, and Sabine Roiss. All right, both of these people, amazing people. And if you want to come to the real party, you want to know what crypto, you want to see the best speakers who come to Malta, then you're going to come and pick up one of these little flyers, and there's going to be an after party Wednesday night, Crypto Hub Malta at Soho. It's going to be an amazing place. These guys know how to do it. I want to give it up for Ferris just for being such a leader in this area of meetups, because let me tell you, it's not hard. It's not easy to set these things up, and it's not easy to do it every week. And he does it every week. He kicks ass. So I want to just say a round of applause to Ferris and Crypto Hub Malta. And building this crypto community, this amazing crypto community in Malta, right? And that's even during the crypto winter. It still pulls all the guests. But his right hand is Sabine, and she would definitely, everything would fall apart if it wasn't for her. I want to invite her up to stage, come here to talk about building communities. And she's also with Fun Token, gaming, Fun Token. Anybody know Fun Token? All right, please come up here. Please come up here. Everybody, warm welcome. Sabine Roiss. Then we have a very special guest that's already taken over time, but I know that she came here all the way from London for this conference. The biggest Crypto Mondays community is New York City. We have 5 different Crypto Mondays all around the city, Brooklyn, Manhattan, everywhere. We have over 9,000 members. But the second biggest in the world is led by this young lady and built almost single-handedly by Kaitlin Argeaux. And I'd like to invite her up to the stage to come talk about how she built a 3,000 member community in the last 2 years in London. All right, amazing Crypto Mondays community here. All right, please join us. And she also with this blockchain called Kudos. Has anybody heard of Kudos? Anybody wants an alpha on the next blockchain that's going to come up? Let me tell you something. It's not Binance. It's Kudos. So kudos for bringing her here because I'm super excited. And I'm really, really excited actually to have these two people up on stage because they're usually the ones who are organizing these meetups and organizing these events. So thank you guys for organizing what you do. And I just want you to ask you, why do you do it? Why do you come week after week, month after month, and go through all this pain? Because let me tell you, this is quite painful. Why do you do it? Why do you do it?
Hi, everyone. By the way, thanks for being here. Why do I do it? I guess because I love people and I really like to bring people together. Definitely a people person. So it's kind of, I'm always thinking about what can I do to benefit the community? Because the more that you give to the community, I think the more that you get back.
Community in Malta, the crypto community, it's like some of them have become really good friends and just like to go there and socialize with like-minded people. And it's also very interesting talks and interesting people and like my Wednesdays are always reserved and I'm happy to help and bring interesting speakers on stage as well. So I would say it's like building a community is a mix of authenticity and the consistency. So like people know
in our case, Wednesday, so at say at Soho, there is the crypto meet. In your case, it's every Monday. Um, it's just fun to go. I mean, everyone goes with a different goal, basically. Some go to network, like purely business, some go purely to have fun, but I would say 90% go a mix of both. So, and also it is to spread the word of blockchain and to spread the word of decentralization.
I'm always keen to say something, even if I want to ask it. So that's fine. So all the community, I would just say that's probably like this, the meetings like that, we will never feel anything big. It's always bottom out. The building communities is never top down. It's never top down approach. It's maybe good for business. Like have a general problem, break it down, the pieces and maybe solve piece by piece. But in terms of building community, we always need to start on the very bottom. Build those small communities, small ones, join them on the events like AIBC, on the events like NFT London, where we even like a week ago with Josh, and going up to the place where you are picking up to say 50% of the world is doing the same thing as we do. So that's how you should develop communities.
So I'm not really an expert in building, communities, but I've seen enough projects that actually died, really good project died because they didn't take care of their communities. And it's just another layer of a project that we need to take care of. And now you're moving from Web 2 to Web 3. It's not only about getting the technology right. With the technology, you need to be able to take care of the community. And you also have another layer, and that's usually a token. So you need to be able to take care of a economy around the token. So you need two things that you need to be an expert in. And it's something totally different than what you're actually doing with your project. So that's something that every company that wants to go from Web 2 to Web 3 actually needs to understand and needs to onboard some people that can help them with.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be a mix of both, because you can have the best product, but when nobody knows about it, you're still gonna die. But then on the other side, if you have the best marketing, like we have seen, especially in the 2007 bubble, you just sell something and then you don't deliver, you're at the end also gonna die. So I think the community is still a very, very important point, because you need people to support you. And the best thing is if the community, like the people in the community, are becoming team members, like they are becoming part of your team, they spread the words. We see it very much with like XRP, for example, has an amazing community. Like, even though the token didn't do as well as others because of their lawsuit, the XRP, like, nothing I can already say, like, they really spread out. It should work. But it's like amazing when like you have such a support from your community, and then they also help newbies and explain things when they ask, like for the Telegram channels. Then you have really made it well. You grow basically.
Last sentence. What I just said, communities are important. We are business. Business. No, there is no any.
Completely agree with all of that. I would just like to add, kind of taking things back to basics. I mean, one of the biggest obstacles to mass adoption is lack of education. And a lot of times what you get with communities is a safe, accessible space to go and learn about the newest innovations. You can ask questions, And I think that's really important as well.
Absolutely, and you know, you mentioned education there, and a lot of people come to Crypto Mondays that don't know anything about crypto or blockchain or NFTs. Where we've got about 30% of our audiences typically are newcomers to the space, and they have that light, welcoming atmosphere. But we also have enthusiasts, a lot of about 30% of investors as well, people who are looking for the alpha, which you can get some tonight, right afterwards. I'm gonna have one more question for them, because I know everybody wants to get back to networking and meet all these amazing people. One thing I've noticed since I've kind of merged and moved over into the crypto blockchain world is IRL, the importance of IRL events in real life. Why is IRL in real life so important to the crypto Web3 communities?
Relationships. That's the most important thing. The events like this, you can build relations. You know each other for like 5 months or something. No sign-ups. So, but we never met face to face. And meetings like this makes bonds between people, makes understanding, makes people, the users of the project that a lot of people in here are building. Touch the people that are behind those things, not through photos on social media, not through Telegram channels and other groups. You build real life relations. You engage those people to get involved in what we are building here. This is very important. And that's why this kind of meetings needs to happen more than often. Because we are engaging, we are educating, we are bringing people, we are helping them to be in here together with us.
So we could probably go into psychology here. On that side, I think we're hardwired still to communicate, to see somebody face to face. There's so much more that you can get from there. You know, talking to someone, it's not only words, it's a lot more things that you cannot explain. And there are statistics out that people who have a big social community, and I'm not talking about social community on any of the social media, that have like real connection with people and meeting big families and so on, they tend to live longer. And that's kind of statistically proven. So I think we, as a species, our genome cannot evolve so fast. We've always been bound to our communities, and this is where we feel safe. This is where we can actually, grow. And I don't think that social media can really replace that so fast. Maybe in 3,000 years, but until then, we'll still need some interaction with people.
Yeah, and he just mentioned social media. I forgot to say that the first person who takes a picture and makes sure to put hashtag CryptoMondays, hashtag AIBC Malta 22 on Instagram or Twitter is going to get a free drink from me. So make sure to take a picture. Post it up right now, because this is your chance. There's 2 on the table, so the first 2 posts are coming to you. Make sure to put at CryptoMondays UK. Make sure to put the UK community in there, and CryptoMondays is AIBC Malta 2022. But other events, we're not finished with that question.
Right, okay, yeah, I mean, like, we have seen it especially during COVID, right, when they took away face-to-face social interaction, and then Zoom calls, Google Meets and everything boomed. People tried to meet in the Metaverse as avatars, but nothing could actually replace it. Like, it's nice for business side. I literally prefer a Google Meets meeting than having to travel or fly somewhere just for a meeting. Like for that fact, it is amazing to have the opportunity to meet online, but it does not replace meeting in person. It's not even comparable. Like you can discuss things, but there is the whole personal aspect is missing. So in my opinion, I don't see the metaverse replacing, or I really don't hope it's gonna happen, because it literally will destroy what humans, what our like basic needs are, which is social interaction. So and I was so happy, like literally the first events, January this year, like 2022, was the Crypto Hub Malta events, where I started to go finally again to crypto meetups. And it was so nice to finally meet again in person, like-minded people, and discuss business and discuss what's going on in person, not only on Twitter, on Discord or so. So I'm really happy we are back and we can talk and we can and we can like literally stay close to each other without getting chopped every time. So and I'm happy to talk.
Yeah, I would agree with all the thoughts. It's true, like, great hugs for everyone. I would earlier kind of about sometimes friends, and I'm very good friends with quite a lot of people that attend Crypto Mondays London. But I think in terms of forging relationships and nurturing them, there's also a lot of trust that happens when you're able to meet in person. And obviously, the more you're able to trust people, the more you can, like, further you can go in your business relationships as well.
Oh, fantastic. All right. Well, I mean, we got a lot of good stuff tonight. I'm really excited about this Crypto Mondays. If you're interested in organizing a Crypto Mondays, you can do it. We're a decentralized community. So, or if you're interested in attending one back in wherever you're from, after AIBC Malta, we have it everywhere. Dubai, Puerto Rico's huge communities as well. 15 different cities in the United States, all over Europe. We're at every major conference everywhere. But really the coolest community is in London, and it's led by Kaitlin, I gotta say. All right, but the last thing I want to just leave everybody with is what does everybody here, what can they look forward to? Because everybody here is part of this AIBC Sigma conference, correct? Yeah. Everybody. So last thought, I keep it short because everybody wants to get to drink, and I know I got to give away a couple free drinks to whoever been posting on social media. Make sure you come get me. And what do people have to look forward to for AIBC Malta 2022 for you and what you're doing here? So yeah, what do they have to look forward to? I know you're not here on Crypto Mondays. I know you're here for kudos. So what do they have to look forward to?
Two things. One, I'm really looking forward to all the panels that are taking place at AIBC on Wednesday, including kudos. So if you want to talk to anyone about kudos, David over there. And also learning about all the other very interesting companies and innovations that are going on, and the award ceremony. I'm interested to see who the winners are.
So I'm looking forward to meet new businesses, to find new opportunities, and as Fun Token is in gaming and crypto, so I'm gonna be both at Sigma and AIBC. On the first day, I'm gonna have a moderator panel with Taylor, Jacob, I already saw, about communities. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to meet all the people again at Sigma, the usual people, and to network, and that's it basically. And of course, I'm going to the AIBC award, and I'm also going to the after party. So
So I'm looking forward from this conference to meet new people and new business opportunities to do something. And as I'm a serial entrepreneur, and my superpower is to help young businesses to grow and to avoid mistakes that usually young founders do because they make those mistakes in class. So if you're a business that are looking for any kind of help, I'm open to help. This is I think I like to support the project. If you are any kind of business that we can do something together, please reach me out. I would love to explore the ways how we can cooperate together. And yeah, that's it. Networking first, and first.
So business wise, we're here to present our local operations, and we're still looking for funding for that. So for me, it's also a lot about networking, getting some funding in, and also some additional partnerships. So this is why I usually attend the conferences like this. It's the best place to actually do something like that. There are going to be a lot of good talks. So just go through the agenda, look through what really interests you, and just go and attend it. This is what I usually lack of it. It's just so much networking that I forget and just don't make it to all talks. And of course, then afterwards party.
All right, I want to say thank you to everybody for coming to Crypto Mondays of Malta, and it's a special AIBC edition. I want to invite everybody to have their welcome drink, and also remember to tip the bartender. That's also a nice thing. And if you want to tip our amazing DJ, I want to say thank you to everybody out there in the streaming world, also for coming to Crypto Mondays. We love you. We'll see you at Crypto Mondays around the world. I want to say special thanks to Kaitlin, to Sabine, to Pawel, and to Sandi for coming up here. And amazing. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of your conference. If you want to come talk to me, I'm available anytime. And make sure to post your social media up on at Crypto Mondays or hashtag Crypto Mondays when you post. Really, thanks a lot for this evening, guys. Let's party!
Josh, I want my drink.
Thank you. That's very nice. Thank you.
That's what you're coming for.